Hey everybody, how's it going? I just finished filming my last dollar store one day make, Spider Queen. And yeah, so I'm wrapping up there. Last week with my last make, the vampire look, there were some people on TikTok that asked for a tutorial on the lighting. Don't mind my hair, it's got hairspray and it's been teased, so oh, I don't even have my hair tie. All right, we're going bun here. It's a struggle, don't mind me. Okay, good enough. So anyway, some people asked for a tutorial on the lighting because I had kind of dramatic lighting and colors and stuff, and so I wanted to talk about that and basically what I do for that type of setup. So first let me show you, I do film in a very small space. So it's kind of hard to see because I've got all my lights off, but you can see like kitchen sink right there. This is my backdrop, which is literally right here. I have probably 3 or 4 feet between my backdrop and the camera. I set it on my table, which is a disaster because obviously Costtober stuff has been taking over. Yeah, and then I film here, and then over this way we've got like couch action with shelving and stuff like that. So yeah, really not a lot of room. So what I do to achieve the look that I had with my lighting is I use 3 lights, and this is a pretty common practice, although it's not always spoken about a whole lot. I actually had to do a lot of research to learn this technique, and it's all about positioning and the colors and everything like that. So first, I always start with the classic ring. This guy right here. It looks really dark because we've got the light and the dark contrast in the background, but this, like I said, is my tripod. It's just sitting on my table. Yeah, really basic. This was like $30 on Amazon. It's already a little bit broken, so I probably need a new one at some point, but you know what, for now, it's great. Then what I have is a light clipped onto the side of the table here, so my ring light is over here. Again, ignore the mess. This ring light it hooks up via USB, so I just have my external battery that I set here, and that's how I use it. And then this is a LED light bulb that's controlled by a remote. You can get these on Amazon. I got a pack of 4 with 2 remotes, and I want to say it was around $30 for all those. This piece right here, the actual lamp head, I forget what these are called. I just got this from Home Depot, and I want to say it was less than $1. Maybe a couple for the clamp and this, but really super cheap. So I actually have quite a few of these because I had gotten them for a play a while back. So I put this one here, and then the other one, come along. Coming over here again, we've got the curtain, we've got the sink, this is to the side. I literally just clamp my other one to the underside of this cabinet so that I can get this one where I need it. So yeah, it's nothing fancy. They're just plugged in, you know, wherever I've got plugs. This one has the plug right over here, right there. The other one I have to plug in farther over on the wall and run an extension cord. But yeah, basically that's all those are. So now is when the magic happens, and I'm going to show you what I do specifically with the lighting. So I've got my ring light, which is a little bit bright at the moment. I usually keep this on the second or wrong button. The second or third brightest. So that's first. I'll use that for a slightly more dramatic look. But let's go with just kind of a normal where I want you to actually still be able to see me. So I'm going to turn on my light over here, and then I will turn on my light over here. Now right now these are still set up for my Spider Queen, but you can kind of see they are contrasting colors, complementary colors. And that is probably something that's like the most important to getting that really cool effect, is to have those contrasting colors. Otherwise it's all gonna blend together, which is its own cool look. But to go to the vampire video, let's do what I did there. So I had my background as red, since vampire, blood, obvious. Let's turn that up. So this splashes across my white background so that you get that really red look. And then for the contrasting color, I used blue. This does not need to be as bright as it is, so I usually turn whatever color I have on this side, which is going to be shining more in my face, I usually turn that down. And then I have the background one as bright as possible. You can see with the ring light, I'm really well lit. We still have cool lighting. You can even in the editing change it so that the colors are more rich, you know, increase the saturation, make it a little darker, things like that. You can do that directly through TikTok or in an editing app later, however you want. And then if you're going for really dramatic or an intense scene or something very stylized, you can turn down that ring light, and then suddenly you've got a lot more color happening, and you see you've got the kind of nice light hitting you from the side here. The beauty of that lamp being farther back is it is going to hit the back of my head a little bit more, whereas this one's going to hit the front of my head. So instead of having a 50-50 split of color, you can see we've got a little less of the background color on my face and a little more of the foreground color hitting me, also from the underneath. But I still have that ring light, which is going to create the shadows, because if you turn the ring light off, now you can see really dramatic, and so it's not a huge deal, but it also looks a little, you know, dark, possibly evil, because we've got the underlight rather than something overhead. You do want to be careful with this too, because sometimes you can have some lighting that is not very flattering at all. If that's what you're going for, perfect, keep that in mind. If you do want your character or whatever you're doing to look flattering, then try to figure out some sort of light. Wrong button again. I'm really tired. So then you want to try to make sure you've got some sort of light that's going to be casting the shadows from above. The other option that I will do if I want something that's a little bit of lighting, so I can get a little bit of that shadow without actually having this much light on my face, is I will move my ring light back so that it is actually pointed more at the ceiling, and I will show you the difference that that makes. So it bounces the light off of the ceiling. My ceiling is white, and there you can see I still have some of the light coming from above hitting me. I still have some shadows underneath, but it's way less. I'm getting a lot more of that color coming through. So that's another good option if you still want to be able to create those shadows under your jawline and like nose and all the normal places that you would see shadows just in general. That's a great way to do it. Just try to bounce light off of things. And you can do that with other things in your space. Light bounces off of light colored things, especially white. So yeah. So there you go. I hope that helped. If you have any other questions or if I didn't answer anything in this video, please let me know. I am more than happy to give you any knowledge that I have. Everything that I know how to do is pretty much just stuff that I have figured out myself, or I found other videos and classes on this stuff. I am not like trained in any of this. I didn't go to school for film or anything like that. Yeah, so I'm more than happy to share what I know. And if you know any cool tricks, I would love to hear about them. I love learning new stuff about this. If you want to hear about anything else that I do, acting, makeup, costumes, whatever, I do have much more training on a lot of those things, and I am more than happy to share my experience and my knowledge. Otherwise, I hope you all take care. You are lovely beings. And of course, I just now realized that I filmed this vertically, and I should have filmed it horizontally. It's fine.
The world is a vampire sent to drain secret destroyers, hold you up to the flames. And what do I get for my pain? Betrayed desires and a piece of the game.